Hello, everybody. My name is Lorraine, and I'm from Canada. I have a Verbling class for you at the pre-intermediate level. This is a reading class, and we're going to read about the tourist police in South Korea. And so as people join the class, I'll greet them, and then we'll get started with the material. And we have Mirko. Hello. Welcome.
Hello, hi, Lauren.
Where are you from, Mirko?
I'm from Italy.
Okay, very good. Nice to have you from Italy.
Thank you.
Jorge, hi, welcome back. Nice to
Hi
see you.
again, teacher. Nice to see you too.
Good.
I'm on time. Always.
Well, you're always on time for the second class. That's
the second
good.
class, yeah.
Very good. And we have Derek today. Hi, Derek. How are you doing? Derek, are you with us? Okay, I don't hear you yet, so maybe you haven't completely loaded yet. And we have Antu. Hello.
Hello, how are you?
I'm very good. Did I say your name correctly, Antu?
Yeah, right.
Okay, good. Where are you from?
I'm come from Vietnam.
From Vietnam. Very good.
Yeah.
Nice to have you. Excellent.
Yeah.
And Martin, hi.
Hi teacher, how are you?
I'm good. Is this a different Martin than the one in my last class?
No, this is a never class with you. This is the first class.
First class? Okay.
Yeah, this is the first one.
Okay, very good. I had a Martin in my previous class this morning, so I wasn't sure.
It must be a different one.
Yes, I think so.
Sure.
And where are you from, Martin?
I'm from Italy.
From Italy. Okay,
Yeah.
some people from Italy today. Very nice. And Shafar, hello. Shafar, are you there?
Yes.
Hi. Am I saying your name correctly?
Yes, of course.
Shafar is okay? Good. Excellent. Where are you from?
I'm from Indonesia.
Indonesia. Very nice. Welcome to
Yeah.
the class.
Thank you.
And I'm not sure. You will have to tell me your name because...
I know. It's in Russian.
Yes.
The name is Igor.
Igor?
Yep.
Okay. Is that how you write Igor in Russian?
The way you can see.
Yeah, that's Igor. I'll have to remember that. Welcome to the class, Igor. Nice to have you.
Thank you.
Jarek, are you there?
Yes, hello, teacher.
Hello. Yeah, finally. Excellent. Nice to have you in class again. Good to see you.
Yeah, good to see you. And one question.
Yes.
Are you not in the attics? I thought it very lovely stairs behind you.
This is the apartment. And in the summer, I spend all of my time at the cottage, which is what you usually see. But here, I had to come into town for some business and appointments. So here I am with my very plain blue black background. Yes. And Alejandro, hi, how are you doing today?
Hello, teacher. I'm fine.
Good, excellent. Okay, we're going to get started. Please download the worksheet because we are going to do some reading. I will share it on the screen share, but for answering some questions, it's easier if you can look at your own copy. All right, so we'll start with my screen share of the PowerPoint. If you click on my icon at the bottom of the page, it will keep the screen share as the main screen. When people are talking, it will stay. If you cannot see a blue screen that says Tourist Police, let me know. Okay, good. So every country has a tourist destination. So tell me where the most popular destination is in your country. Igor, what about in Russia?
I think there are two most popular destinations here. A newly arrived Crimea and Sochi.
And Sochi, yeah, where the Olympics were. Okay. And Crimea, that's also a very popular tourist destination?
For now, yeah.
Yeah. Just because of the controversy right now. Eh? Okay. Shafar, what about in your country?
Yes, in my country, I had Monash as the popular tourist destination. That's we called.
Why do people go to that destination? What is there that people want to see?
Because if we are in Monash, we can upstairs at the top of this place, and we can see a capital city, all of the capital city around this Monash.
Okay. Okay. Mirko? In your country, what's the most popular tourist destination?
No, in my country, the most popular tourist destination are Rome, the capital, Venice, and Florence.
Okay.
Because there are a lot of historical sites, a lot of art.
And my favorite destination in Italy was Pompeii.
Pompeii, okay. Also Pompeii.
Yeah. It was very interesting for me, and Rome as well. Okay, good. Jorge, what about in your country?
Well, I think in Spain we have a lot of tourist destinations, and the most popular maybe is Barcelona or even Canarian Islands. I don't know, a lot of cities.
Okay, very good.
Popular.
Yeah, there's a lot of tourism in Spain for winter for Europeans, yes? They go to the beach? Jorge?
Yeah, the beaches are full of tourists right now in summer.
Is that right? In summer?
A lot of yes, a lot of England people and people from Germany too.
Right.
Yes, a lot of tourists.
Okay, very good. Thank you. Jarek, what about in your country? Most popular?
Thailand and other Southeast countries are the most popular country in China.
Right. So why? Why are they the most popular destination?
Geographically, they are very close. They don't take much time to fly, and they are very cheap, relatively very cheap, and they don't have to very hard to apply for the visa because it's very difficult for Chinese people to go abroad.
Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is these are the popular destinations for Chinese to go to.
Yeah.
But the question is, why do tourists come to your country, to China?
Which one most popular tourist destination?
Yeah, the most popular tourist destinations in China. Where would that be? Beijing?
Beijing is part of it, and Shanghai, and Hong Kong, or big city. They love big cities.
Yeah.
I don't know why. It's very crowded.
I think the Wall of China would be interesting to see.
Yeah.
The Great
But
Wall.
the Tibet is very mysterious thing that a lot of foreigners love to.
Okay. And Antu,
Yeah.
what's the most popular tourist destination in your country?
Yeah, the most popular tourist destination in my country, Halong Bay. That is the Halong Bay was recognized as a cultural heritage of the world.
Ah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that is the a really nice place with many caves on the beach, on the sea. And the water really clean, and in there are many sport activities, snorkeling, diving, and many tourists really enjoy when they take a boat take the boat and see the sunset.
Okay, very interesting.
Halong Bay.
That sounds like fun. I like the snorkeling and diving. Sounds really good.
Yeah.
Okay, Alejandro, what about in your country? Most popular tourist destinations?
In Spain, there are many places. I think Barcelona, Ibiza Island, Mallorca. Yes.
Okay, lots of places there. Yeah, and different ones than what other people have said. So very good. Okay, and we have Mustafa with us. Hi, Mustafa.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Hi, Mrs. I'm doing well.
Good. And what do you think the most popular tourist destination is in your country?
In Egypt, the pyramids and the temple, the pyramids and the temple, and the beach, the beaches.
Okay, very interesting. I don't usually think of Egypt in beaches. Here in North America, when we think of Egypt, we think of the pyramids for sure.
Yeah, pyramids, yes.
Okay, very good. Excellent.
It is one of the 7 miracles in the world.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Okay, so we're going to look at the keywords in this article we're going to read. The word is underlined, but it's in a sentence. I want you to read the sentence and then match the underlined word with its meaning on the right-hand side of the page. So let's start with Alejandro. Can you read the sentence and match, please?
Yes. The man said he was a police officer, but he wasn't wearing a uniform. Uniform. D. Special clothing worn by an organization.
Okay, good. Okay, and Antu, the next one, please. Antu, are you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was lost, but the police officer tried to assist me. See? Help.
Yes. Very good. Assist, help. Very good.
Yeah.
Derek, number 3.
The taxi fare usually costs $5, not $20. I think you were overcharged. And it goes to A, asked to pay too much.
Very good.
And one question, teacher.
Yes.
The sentence 1, the article, should it be an N or A? Uniform or A?
Yeah, that's a really good question. And in this case, because the U is, the way it's pronounced is uniform, we say a uniform, but not an uniform.
So it depends on the pronunciation, not the specific alphabet.
Yeah, I think it's probably the only vowel that you use a instead of an.
Okay, because I'm really confused about that.
And, well, it's confusing because it also has to do with how the word is pronounced. So the word uniform, it's a U sound. But if you are uninformed, it's pronounced un and not yun. If it's pronounced un, then you use an. So, an uninformed. He was an uninformed person.
Sir, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. So, yeah, there's somebody called iCake here who has a pretty good explanation.
It was me, Igor. Just
Igor, okay, iCake. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. It's a U, but you have a J there. And in English, that J is pronounced J and not Y. The sound in English is a Y, Y. Okay, like in you.
I see, but I was talking about the transcription, the international transcription.
Oh, okay.
International transcription, the sound E is represented by J.
Okay, that's fine. That can be confusing. Okay, so the next one is for, I think it's Jorge. Number 4.
Be careful, the criminal is armed. B, has a gun.
He has a gun. Good. And Mirko, number 5.
Okay.
The hard one.
During my stay in Japan, I learned a lot about the Japanese culture. I think visit.
Yeah. Very good thought. All right. Are there any other questions about these keywords? Okay. So we're going to read the article now. I'll switch my screen share so that we're looking at the article, but also make sure you have the sheet for later. We have to answer the questions. Okay. All right. So after it's Mustafa's next. So Mustafa, can you read the title, the subtitle, and paragraph 1, please?
Okay. The tourist police. South Korea introduced a new police force. In South Korea, the country where the pop star Tae comes from, there is a new tourist police force. These tourist police officers are dressed in special uniform, which are designed by one of the costume designers who created this image.
Okay, I believe his name is Psy. Am I correct? Psy. P-S-Y is Psy?
Psy.
Mm-hmm. Has anybody heard his music? It was very, very popular for a while, that Gangnam Style.
Gangnam Style.
Yeah. So that was his song. The other thing, make sure when you say a word like designed, this is not designed. It's one syllable, well, two syllable, designed, with a D sound on the end, but not an ED. Can you repeat it, please?
Designed.
Good.
Designed.
Designed. Good.
Designed.
Okay. Are there any questions about anything in that paragraph? All right. So, Shafar, can you continue with paragraph 2, please?
Okay. 100 young officers were chosen because of their ability to speak different. Their duty is to assist tourists who feel they have been overcharged during their stay in the South Korean capital of Seoul.
Good, thank you. Okay, can you make sure that you stay muted, Mustafa? Please mute because your background is noisy. Thank you. Igor, can you continue with 3?
Okay, I'm on it. Officers can speak a number of different languages, including English, Mandarin, and Japanese. They will wear special badges which state the languages that they can communicate in.
Good, thank you. Excellent. Alejandro, continue, please, with number 4.
Okay. Tourists who think they were overcharged by taxi drivers or street food vendors can come and talk to us, said English-speaking recruit Park Jae-hyun.
I'm not sure how to pronounce that either. And the last sentence?
We will help settle the problem.
Okay. Can you repeat this word again, please?
Overcharged.
Okay, overcharged. Charged. Mm-hmm.
Overcharged.
Good. Yeah. Okay. Antu? Number 5.
Yeah. The uniforms that the tourist police wear are designed by one of the costume designers for Psy Music video Gangnam Style, the first video to reach 1 billion views on YouTube in December 2012.
Okay. Can you repeat this word for me, please? Whoops. Yeah. Just the one word. There.
It works. YouTube.
YouTube. YouTube.
YouTube. Yeah, YouTube.
Don't pronounce the E on the end. The E on the end of the word tube is to make the U sound long. If there was no E, it would be YouTube. Tub. Yeah. With the E on the end, it becomes tube. Okay?
YouTube.
Good. Okay, Jarek, number 6.
The song was played at the official tourist police lounge in the capital, and a police unit performed some of Psy's special dance moves.
Okay, good, thank you. Jorge, number 7.
Tourist police officers are not armed and should call regular police officer if there is an emergency or serious crime.
Okay, good. Number 8. Mirko.
Okay. In 2012, approximately 11 million tourists visited South Korea, and Seoul remains its most popular destination.
Okay, very good. Are there any questions about anything in the article?
Yes.
Yes.
I just think of that. Why they called police as a tourist police officer? Why don't they call us a tourist guides or something like that?
Well, that's hard to say. I have been in countries where they have tourist police. I think it's to give them a certain amount of status so that they are taken seriously. They wear a uniform. Where I saw them was in Mexico, in Merida City, and they had a slightly military-looking uniform, and they had just a badge on their arm that said they were tourist police. And they're to try to solve problems between the tourists and the locals. And that's, as far as I can tell, the reason that they're called tourist police.
Oh yeah, thank you.
All right, so we're going to switch back to the questions now. This is where you'll need probably to have the document so you can answer the questions. Mustafa, how many police officers were chosen?
Sorry, I can't remember.
Okay. Do you have the worksheet downloaded?
No.
Okay. Let's see if I can repost it here. You will need it, okay, for
I got
answering.
it. It's okay.
Okay.
I got it.
All right. How many police officers were chosen? Do you want some help, Mustafa?
What?
Do you want some help from someone?
Yes, okay. 100 young officers. 100.
Okay, very good. All right, so Shafar, number 2. What is their special ability?
What their special ability is to speak different languages.
Right, they can speak different languages. Mustafa, can you please mute so we don't hear your background noise? Thank you. Igor, what is their duty?
I think their duty is to solve some misunderstandings between locals and tourists. Like if someone was overcharged by a taxi driver, then they can settle down this problem.
Okay, good, yes. All right, and number 4, Alejandro. How do they show which languages they can speak?
They can speak.
How do they show? How would a tourist know what languages the tourist police can speak?
Yes. They can speak different languages.
But
for
how do we
example,
know? How do we know what languages they can speak?
Japanese, English, and Mandarin.
That's what they can speak. But how do you know which officer can speak which language? Because they don't all speak all the languages.
Sorry, I don't know.
Okay.
May I help?
Sure, help him.
Because they had a bandage in their uniform.
A badge. A badge.
A bandage.
Not a bandage, but a badge on their uniform. Exactly right, yeah. So there's a badge on the uniform, which is a patch that has the name of the language on it. So one officer, they may have a badge that says English, another one that says French. So that's how you know which language they can speak. Okay, good. Antu, who designed their uniforms?
Their uniform are designed by Psy music video clip Gangnam Style costume designer.
Yeah, the costume designer who designed size. Yeah, good. Jarek, what can they do if there's a serious crime or emergency?
And they can only call the police, the regular police officer.
Exactly, yes. And Jorge, how many tourists visit South Korea in 2012?
In 2012, approximately 11 million tourists visited South Korea.
Very good. Well answered. And Mirko, what is the most popular tourist destination in South Korea?
Seoul remains its most popular destination.
Yes, very good. Seoul, the city of Seoul. Excellent. Now, Igor says they don't speak French according to the article. I think that in the article they just used some languages as examples of languages. So it says, where is it? Officers can speak a number of different languages, including English, Mandarin, and Japanese. So although they didn't specify French or German or anything else, it just means that for sure we know English, Mandarin, and Japanese are covered. It could be anything else. Okay. Now, here's a question for you. Have you ever visited a tourist destination that has a tourist police force? And if so, where? Igor?
Well, I don't think there are any tourist police here in Russia, but there are some people that they are called militia, and they can sometimes regulate those problems that were described in the article, like helping out someone who's not a native to the place, kind of like that.
Okay. So they're called a militia. In the United States and even in Canada, there is a militia, but that is part of the military. Are the people in Russia, are they affiliated with the military?
No, they're not military.
Okay.
They're called just militia, but they're not military.
Okay.
They're just regular people, and they have not really any official powers. They're just, like vigilantes.
Okay. Vigilantes are a little different again, though.
I know, but I just used the words that we use here.
Okay, that's fine. Excellent. Okay, so again, it's just what they decide to call these people, whatever name they want to give them. So in the case of tourist police, they really have nothing to do with police, and the militia in Russia has nothing to do with the military. That's interesting. Shafar, what about in your country? Well, or have you ever visited a tourist destination that has a tourist police force? Is the question.
No. I think I've never seen a tourist police force. I've never.
Okay. Mustafa, what about you? Have you visited a place that has a tourist police force?
Yeah, I have visited. I have visited tourist destination, but I didn't talk with them.
Okay, you saw them, but you didn't use them.
Because I have a guide.
Okay, all right. What country was that?
In Egypt, in North Egypt, I go and visit in a trip in my school to the temple.
Okay. All right, interesting. So you say that there are tourist police in Egypt then?
Yeah.
Okay. And Mirko, what about you? Have you been someplace, a tourist destination that has a tourist police?
No, it never happens to me. Okay. Usually there are tourist information points in the city that I visited.
Right. Okay. So there's a booth you go to and you can ask questions there. Yeah. Jorge, the same question. Have you ever visited a tourist destination that has tourist police?
No, I've never seen a tourist police force. No.
Okay. So nothing in Spain that you know?
No, in Spain there isn't a tourist police special. We have more police in the tourist cities. Tourist destinations, but the normal police, no a special force.
Okay, interesting. Jarek, what about you? Have you been somewhere that has a tourist police force?
No, I do have met some sort of security that works for the tourist destination.
Okay. That's a little different, I think. This is definitely not any kind of a security force. This is strictly it's like the tourist information booth that we talked about earlier. Only these people actually walk around, and when they see a problem happening, they'll go and try to help out and help fix the problem.
I think we have some sort of police assistant, I think.
Okay.
Located at a bus station.
Okay, well that's possible. That would be a good place to have them. Usually problems that come up between tourists and locals has more to do with language, usually more than anything, that they don't understand one another, so all kinds of problems can come up. And if a tourist feels that they've been unfairly treated, they have no way of expressing themselves, and so they get angry, and then that can cause a problem. So if somebody can come over and figure out what the problem is, usually they can fix it by translating more than anything, and helping the tourist figure out what's going on. Okay. Antu, what about you? Have you seen tourist police? anywhere?
Yeah, I haven't seen the tourist police like this in somewhere, but I think I saw some kind of the tourist police in Japan when I take a train, but everything by kanji, I mean Japanese language, so I couldn't understand with the next station. So I came to the police in the station and I asked, and they write down the detail for me and try to support me to go the right way. So I think that's a kind of the tourist police.
And what language did they help you in?
A little English.
Ah, in English. Okay, that's interesting. That's interesting. So not in your language, but they tried to help you in English.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. And Alejandro, have you ever seen the tourist police anywhere?
I haven't visited any destination with a tourist police force.
Okay.
No.
So if you're in a country that doesn't have any kind of a tourist police force, do you think that it would be useful? And let's start with Jorge.
Yes, a tourist police force can be useful because sometimes the tourist doesn't understand some rules, or they have some problems with other people, and they don't understand each other. And a person like a tourist police or a volunteer who speaks some languages like English, French, and it can be useful. Yes, I think so.
Okay. Marco, what do you think? Do you think that it would be good for Italy to have a tourist police force?
Yes, I think it can be useful, especially in Italy where no one speaks English.
Actually, I found when I was in Italy that there were quite a few people who spoke English.
Yes.
Enough English that we could use our very little bit of Italian and got along. Yeah.
Yes, it's true.
Interesting. Okay, Derek, what about you? Do you think that your country could use a tourist police force?
Yeah, I think they can offer more jobs, but they are like be able to speak more than the native language. I think they're highly educated. And I think, yeah, we do need more this.
I think one of the reasons for having these police forces too, these tourist ones, is that tourists bring a lot of money to where they visit. And I think every country is trying to attract tourists to their cities in order for them to spend money there. So you don't want the tourists to get a bad impression of your country or your city, because then they tell their friends and say, don't go there, they're horrible. So nobody can speak any other language. And I got ripped off at, the taxi driver overcharged me, and you just don't want people to get a really bad impression of your country. Mustafa, what about you? Do you think that your country could benefit from having a tourist police force?
Yes, it is benefit to my country
Mustafa?
to have a police force because we. Yes.
Are you there? Mustafa?
Hello?
Yeah, I can't hear you. Can you not hear me?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, you can hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Yes, I can hear you.
Then finish your answer.
Okay. My country, it's benefit to my country. It's benefit to my country to have a police force because we have a lot of tourists that they came from many different countries and they need help. They need help for them.
Okay. All right, good. And Shafar,
Yes.
what about you? Do you think your country could benefit from a tourist police force?
In many ways, I think as it is. Tourist police should be around here because in another reason we have uh, many languages, not only our native language as a Bahasa in Indonesia, because we had a 30 area where it has where they have uh, uh, language, their language. So I think it's supposed to be police should know our language as official language, and then our local language, and then international language. I think, yeah, it's supposed to.
Okay, good.
In my
Alejandro, does your country need a tourist police force? What do you think?
I think in Spain, for example, it's necessary to have a tourist police force because this country live of the tourist.
Yeah. Yeah, it uses a lot of tourist dollars. Yeah.
Not so much. I think it's there is some scholars, but not so much. Here in Spain there are a lot of tourists, but the problem is that a lot of these tourists come to Spain to drink very much, and this is a big problem because
Yes.
the party is very long all the night. They broke a lot of things. And them the policy is necessary, but no because stole or they lose their properties. Only because we need some people to defend us, the Spaniards, people from the tourists.
From the tourists.
Yes, I think, but in some punctual places like big cities, for example, Barcelona, Madrid, or something like that, yes, maybe there are stallers. But in the rest of the country, the problem is that tourists drink a lot.
Yeah, they call that the ugly tourist. The ugly tourist.
Yes, they bring here their money, but I think maybe it's not enough.
Okay. Well, again, the tourist police force is there strictly as to settle disputes between the tourists and the locals, but not to arrest tourists because of drunken behavior. That's for the regular police force to do.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to Igor. What do you think? Does your country need a tourist police force, or it's being taken care of?
I don't think it's necessary to have such a kind of force here, just because of the vigilantes I was talking about earlier.
Right.
And in many places, you can really go to a regular police officer to solve your problems, because I know for sure that police officers are educated to speak English, at least a bit of it. And as you know, maybe you have heard that in Sochi, even taxi drivers were taught how to speak English.
Is that right? I didn't know that. Wow.
And I think the most, I think why we don't really need them is that, to be honest, not a lot of foreigners come here to visit Russia. That's
not even in just Sochi for a while. You had a lot of them then.
I think that's why they are not necessary.
Okay. Well, it sounds like your vigilantes are basically the same. They're doing the same thing. It's just a different name. If they're there to look after people
Those
who
are supposed to help the regular police.
Yeah.
Like if they spotted some crime or some bad behavior, they can go and try to solve it peacefully. And if they can't do that, they just call the regular police, and the police just comes there. They they not to solve, but to prevent.
Okay. Yeah. Interesting. Okay, so the last exercise we have for this this lesson is to look at the stress in these English words from the article. So it's just a little bit of pronunciation. So what I want you to do is look at the word and pronounce it the way you think it should be, with the stress on the correct syllable. For instance, this first word is introduces. So where did you hear the stress, Alejandro? Introduces.
Introduces.
Mm-hmm. There are 4 syllables. Which syllable is the stress on? Introduces.
Help. I don't know. Sorry.
Okay, that's all right. You said it right. So we have introduces. So the stress is on the 3rd syllable in that word.
Okay.
Okay. You said it right. Okay. Antu, the next word.
Yeah.
Can you say it and then tell me where the stress is?
Country. The stress is con.
Okay, so it's on the first syllable. Country.
Yeah.
Good.
Country.
Yeah. Jorge, the next word.
Police. Police. The first.
That would be police, but we say police. Police.
And the correct, the right is police.
Mm-hmm.
Police. Then the second one.
That's right. So the stress is on lease. Police. The P-O is almost like PL, police, police. So the O is not stressed at all, and we put all the stress on the end. Okay, Marco, the next word.
Okay, special. In the first syllable.
Yes, special. Good. And Igor, the next one.
Uniforms, the first syllable.
Yes, first. Good. And Alejandro?
Designers. The stress is on design. On I?
The second syllable. Designers. Designers. Good. Antu, the next one.
Created. 8.
Okay, created.
Yeah.
Good. Excellent. Jorge?
Ability. Second one.
Okay. Ability. Good. And Marco?
Assist in the second.
Right. Okay, Igor?
Assist.
We've done that one. The next one.
Languages. Last syllable.
Last syllable? First syllable. Okay, yes.
Last.
Excellent. All right. Alejandro?
Communicate. The stress is on fourth syllable?
Not the fourth. Communicate. You said it right. So you've put the stress in the right spot.
Communicate.
The
last syllable?
Not the last syllable. Communicate. So it's the second syllable. Communicate.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Very good. We have no more time, and I thank you all for joining me for this lesson. I hope that it's been useful for you, and it's been really nice talking to you and finding out a little bit about tourism in your countries. So take care, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you in another lesson. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.